What's going on, guys? This is Moonchild, the dude no way, and today I'm gonna show you the most overpowered weapons in the Crucible. Destiny 2 has a ton of ways to put Guardians down in a heartbeat, but a few are a cut above the rest, so in this video I'm gonna break down 3 of the best options you can roll with in PvP. I'm gonna list these in order of least to most powerful, but make no mistake, everything we're covering today is absolutely god tier. The number 1 spot is a returning weapon from Destiny 1 and the most overpowered thing ever in the Crucible. Watch to the end to find out what that is, and now we're getting into our list with the number 3 weapon, the Dead Man's Tail. This exotic is the scout rifle to end all scout rifles. It's got insane stats, and the exotic perk Cranial Spike makes precision hits do progressively more damage. With the exception of the Might of Multi-Tool, no other scout rifle in the game even comes close. The accuracy is through the roof, and you can easily challenge any target at any distance without fear of losing the gunfight. But it doesn't stop there, because it's got dual loader as a hidden perk, so every time you reload you're getting 2 bullets for the price of 1. This is also one of the few exotic weapons in the game you can get random rolls on. Regardless of whether you're on controller or mouse and keyboard, whether you're a rusher or a more methodical player, you can find a roll that fits perfectly with your playstyle. And because the Presage mission stuck around at the end of Season 13, you can farm up to 3 drops a week. This was one of the sickest dungeon-style exotic missions the game's ever had, and if you haven't run it yet, I highly recommend you hop on LFG or grab some buddies and go check it out. While you're there, make sure you tackle the heroic version so you can grab the exotic Catalyst. As if this gun needed any more help to succeed, the Catalyst gives you a faster rate of fire while shooting from the hip. You can see in the background gameplay how much quicker this is. It's a substantial buff, and if this were all it did, I'd be plenty happy with it. But there's still more to talk about. The Catalyst also fully removes the hipfire accuracy penalty. So basically, you never have to aim down sights again. This seems to be a theme of Tex Mechanicus. The last word also encourages you to ignore ADS, which makes you wonder, why do cowboys hate aiming? Regardless, Dead Man's Tail, when combined with setups that give you in-air accuracy, is just disgusting. Like S tier, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Top Tree Dawnblades and Titans with the Lion Rampant exotic boots are some of the scariest enemies on a team now. They can get angles on you that are incredibly hard to defend against. And in a single season, not only this weapon, but the playstyle it offers has become one of my favorite loadouts in PvP. Unlike most scout rifles, the Dead Man's Tail doesn't sacrifice lethality or handling for being able to cover the longest ranges on the map. It hits hard and accurate every time you pull the trigger. This is arguably the best exotic primary in the game, but because it is an exotic, that bumps it out of the number 1 and 2 spots on our list of most overpowered weapons in the Crucible. Having an insane primary while keeping your exotic slot open is a level of versatility no one can argue with, and no weapon in the game does this better than the number 2 spot on this list, the Igneous Hammer. Igneous is a legendary 120 RPM handcannon from Trials of Osiris, and just like the Dead Man's Tail, the stats on this weapon are top tier in its archetype. It's point for point better in every category than True Prophecy, Bottom Dollar, or Steady Hand. None of them can touch the base stats on this weapon, and even after the nerf to range, 120s are still dominating the Crucible. Igneous has an insane perk pool that includes Quick Draw, Snapshot, Killing Wind, and Moving Target, but the perk that makes it the number 2 most overpowered weapon is Rampage. After you get a kill, Rampage makes this handcannon 2-hit Guardians to the head, and if the enemies keep on coming, you can keep on 2-tapping as long as you have ammo. With the backup mag mod and options like extended mag, you can push the rounds it holds out to 11. If you get a roll with Subsistence, you can make 1 reload go even further. Imagine getting 1 bullet back every time you 2-tap someone. That magazine is going to last forever. And Rampage isn't the only damage buff that can make it happen. High Energy Fire, Whisper of Hedrons, Sun Warrior, Inertia Override, Empowering Rifts, Weapons of Light, all of these can enable this weapon to 2-hit kill. If you're getting value out of this, subscribe for more Destiny content in your sub box every week. Igneous Hammer lets you fight in the longest of mid-range engagements and still be hitting full damage. And you can push the insane stat totals even further by getting an Adept version from the chest at the Lighthouse. This is going to require a flawless Trials passage, which may be out of reach for a lot of people, but the best of the best players can get a gun that's even further ahead of the competition. Adept weapons can slot Adept mods, and for this handcannon, Adept Icarus is the play. In addition to the normal benefits of the Icarus mod, the Adept version adds 5 range, which at base puts it 9 range higher than the next best options. Assuming you can hit all your shots, all of this plus the fact that your exotic slot is free means this might be the best primary weapon in the game. Getting a god roll is going to put you ahead of anyone using anything else. The level of lethality you can get is unmatched. Sure, True Prophecy and Bottom Dollar can also roll with Rampage, but neither one of those can touch it as far as stats are concerned. Dead Man's Tail might be more sticky at the farthest distances, but without stacks of Cranial Spike, the times you can 2-hit Guardians is pretty limited. Igneous is a murder machine, and if you don't have one, you should be looking to get it as soon as possible. But as good as it is, all the damage perks in the world can't make it overshadow the number 1 spot, the returning weapon from Destiny 1, as feared as it is deadly. Unless something substantial changes, the number 1 most overpowered weapon in the game is and always has been the Team Shot. Nothing kills a Guardian faster. It can be used with either of the previous options on this list, and you've had a god roll the whole time. This is far and away the deadliest weapon in your arsenal, because 2 primaries can cut your time to kill down to a fraction of a second. No single gun slays out better than a Team Shot. The average time to kill in Destiny is around 0.8 seconds, which means 2 Guardians running together are looking at about 0.4 seconds to put someone down. That's 15 milliseconds away from human reaction speed. What's the enemy gonna do? Their only option is to run, and unless they're a top 1% mouse and keyboard player, most humans are dying. If you and a buddy walk into a room and you both have buffed 120s, the next Guardian you see is getting instantly deleted. Because you would only need to fire 1 shot each to kill, that guy might as well have been domed by a sniper rifle. No one primary can approach that speed. If you enter an engagement with more than 1 enemy and wind up out of position, it wouldn't matter if they were both rocking Kvastovs. If they hit their shots, you can't outgun them. No matter how many damage buffs you have, you won't win that fight. If you came to this video looking for a quick way to boost your numbers and do better in PvP, this is it. No matter what gun you like to use, if you want to win more fights, be present and have your primary ready to fire. As time goes on and the meta shifts, lists like these are going to come and go. New options will rise to the top while others fall by the wayside. But no matter what year it is or what guns are best this season, the Team Shot is and always will be the most overpowered in the Crucible. It's the key to success, and the weapon you've had in your back pocket all along, so use it to your advantage. Thanks for watching. I am Moonchild of Dude No Way, and I will see you in the next video.